Welcome to mathematics class. So what we have started in our previous class, we have been discussing about the linear equation in one variable, isn't it? So in that what we did, we have completed some examples based upon ratios, the triangles and the angles in the triangles, and also we have did an example on geometrical figure, that is we have also did a variable, that is we found the length and the breadth of the rectangle in our previous class. These all things which we have did are based upon this topic, that is linear equation in one variable. We have seen what we seen in such topics. We have seen the word problem, which the word problem we have converted into equation form, that is linear equation form, and we have solved that and we found the value of that variable, isn't it? So now in this class we will be doing few more examples. Okay, example number 7. Here we have two supplementary angles differ by 34 and find that angle. You know what is a supplementary angle. So let me recapture you. Okay, you have already discussed about these in your previous classes. I think I have also said you about this, isn't it? So now coming to the part, I think this is our fourth part, isn't it? Fourth or fifth part, and not just, I think this is a fourth part, isn't it? So now coming to the point, so we have discussed about complementary, supplementary angles, isn't it? What is complementary angle? So first coming to the complementary angle. What is complementary angle? Whenever we add two angles and the sum we got as 90 degree, then it is called as complementary. And what about supplementary? Supplementary angle is nothing but whenever we add two angles and the sum if we get the sum as 180 degree, then we call that such angles as supplementary angles. Let me give you one example. For 30 degree, if I add 30 plus 60, then I will be getting 90 degree. Okay, here if I take if I take 70 degree plus 110 degree, if I add this both the angles, I will be getting 180 degree. Okay, the definition of complementary angles is sum of two angles is exactly 90 degree, and in supplementary the sum of two angles is exactly 180 degree. Okay, so here I can write the formula as A plus B equals to 90 degree. What is A here? First angle. What is B? Second angle. Okay, if I add this both the angles, I will be getting 90 degree. So these both the angles are called as complementary angles. What about supplementary angles? A plus B is equals to 180 degree, isn't it? A plus B is equals to 180 degree. Okay, so sum of two angles is 180 degree. Then I will be getting then I will be calling that as a supplementary angle, isn't it? So I have given examples here also. 30, 60. If I add 30 plus 60, I will be getting 90. Similarly, 70 plus 110, I will be getting 180 degree. So this is how we will define the complementary and supplementary angles. I think okay, you all understood what is complementary angle. Sum of two angles is a 90 degree, then it is called as complementary angle. And if the sum of two angles is 180 degree, that is straight line angle, then it is called as supplementary angle. Okay, now here you can see A is the, here in this expression, A is the complement of B and B is the complement of A, isn't it? That is 30. What is the complementary angle of 30? 60. Why? If I add 60 to 30, then only I am getting 90. Okay, so we will be seeing the relation in between this. 30 is complement to 60 and 60 is complement to 30. So that if I add this both, I will be getting 90. In this, 70 is the supplementary angle of 110. Why? If I add 110 to 70, then I will get 180, isn't it? Similarly, 70 is supplementary of 110. Why? Why? Because for 110, if I add 70, then again I will be getting 180 degree. So this is how you will find the complementary and supplementary angles. What is complementary angles? Sum of two angles is 90 degree, then it is called as complementary. And in supplementary, if the sum of two angles is 180 degree, then it is called as supplementary angle. Hope you all understood, isn't it? Now coming to our question, this question is based upon the same thing what we have discussed in this class. Okay, so now I am reading the question. Two supplementary angles differ by 34. What he mentioned about supplementary angles. So you know what is supplementary? Two angles. If I add two angles, then I will get 180 degrees. So here we are having two angles, and the sum of that angles is 180. Why? Because he asked us supplementary angles, then and they both the angles differ by 34 degree. It means the difference between both the angles is 34 degrees. So let me write this. Okay, so solution I am writing here. Okay, so do we know the two angles? We don't know. So let the two supplementary angles, let us assume, here we are assume two supplementary angles. Angles A and B. So here we are taking two supplementary angles, that is equals to A and B. Okay, so what he had given in the question, supplementary angle. So what is supplementary angle? Adding this both the angles, will be getting as A and B are supplementary angles therefore can I write A plus B is equals to 180 degree. Why? These both the angles are A and B. Whenever we add these both the angles, then we will be getting 180. In which condition? In supplementary condition, isn't it? So as he have mentioned in the question, these both the angles are supplementary. It means that addition of these both the angles, sum of these both the angles is 180 degrees. So this is my equation number 1, isn't it? Now coming to second part, what he said, two supplementary angles differ by 34. The difference between both the angles is 34, isn't it? It means that, so difference between A and B is 34, he had mentioned in the question. So A minus B is equals to 34 degrees. So here what I am doing, I will be solving this in vertical method. You have already discussed in your previous class, isn't it? I will be solving this expression in these equations in vertical method. Okay, so how I will do? Directly I will add. So adding equation 1 and 2. If I add equation 1 and 2, A plus B equals to 180 degree. Similarly, A minus B is equals to 34 degree. Why I am adding? Why? Because in here in equation 1, B is positive and here B is a negative. So if I add this both, plus B minus B will become 0, isn't it? So A plus A, 2A, I will be getting 180 plus 34. So here I will get 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, isn't it? So 214 degree I have got here. Okay, 240 degree. I have got 240 degree, isn't it? So now again I am solving this. So here I have got 2A is equals to 214. 2 is multiplied to this variable. So here I have to use multiplicative inverse, that is we have to divide 2 on both sides, isn't it? So 2A divided by 2 is equals to 214 degree divided by 2. Excuse me. Okay, so 2 by 2, 2 divided by 2 is 1. So therefore A is equals to, if I divide 214 by 2, 214 divided by 2, 2 ones are 2, isn't it? So here I have to write 0, directly I have to write 14. 2 sevens are 14. So here I will get 107 degree, isn't it? So I have got the value of A as 107 degree. For finding the value of B, either I will substitute here I have got the A value, isn't it? I want to find the B value. How I can find? In the place of A, if I substitute 107, then I can get easily B value, isn't it? So substitute A is equals to 107 degree in equation number 1. Either you can substitute in equation number 2, you will be getting the same answer. Okay, so what is equation 1? A plus B is equals to 180. So one more method is, okay, you know, if you add A and B, you will be getting 180. So from 180, if you remove 107, you will be getting 73 as an answer, isn't it? So like that also you can, but directly you don't solve that, you solve by using these steps. Okay, so A value I am substituting equation 1. So 107 plus B is equals to 180. So 107 is added to this variable, so I have to remove, I have to use, okay, additive inverse, that is minus. So B is equals to 180 minus 107. I am subtracting 107 on both sides. So 107 minus 107 is 0. Here from 180 I am subtracting 107. Hope you all understood, isn't it? So B is equals to, if I remove 107 from 180, I will be getting 73, isn't it? So this is how you can find the value of A and B. If you add this both the angles, you can see here, if you add 107 plus 73, then again you will be getting 180 degrees, isn't it? So therefore A is the supplementary angle of B and B is the supplementary angle of A. So here I am erasing this and I am writing, therefore angle A is equals to 107, angle B is equals to 73 degree. So if you add this both, again you will be getting 180 degree, isn't it? So these are the supplementary angles. Therefore the two supplementary angles are 107 and 73 degree. So this is how you can find the value of the given angles. Okay, so hope you all understood, isn't it? So you just try the remaining ones. You can try the remaining questions. It is very easy, but understanding the question is very important. If you understand the question clearly, then you can get it, okay, very clearly. Okay, now coming to example number 8. Why I am doing example number 8? Because in the exercise each and every problem is based upon these examples. Okay, in exercise also we will be solving some problems, but first we will do example problems. Okay, next example number 8. Okay, you just, I am not writing the whole question on the board. Why? Because the place is insufficient to me. So because of that reason, what I am doing here, I am just dictating the question. You just listen carefully. You can see in your textbooks also. Okay, the present age of Vijaya's mother is 4 times the present age of Vijaya. After 6 years, the sum of their ages will be 62 years. Sum of their ages will be 62 years. Find their present age. Very important problem. Okay, so this thing is based upon the aptitude. Okay, so you must and should know about such type of solutions. Okay, so here this question is based upon the ages. Okay, so here we are having 2 persons. First one is Vijaya and second one is Vijaya's mother. Okay, so to understand you clearly, if you want to understand it clearly, you have to convert that into easiest form. Okay, so I'll be showing you how you have to do this. First, see here, the present age of Vijaya's mother is 4 times the present age of Vijaya. If the Vijaya's age is 4, then what is her mother's age? It is 4 times more, 4 times. It means that I have to multiply 4 by 4, isn't it? Vijaya's age is 4, her mother's age is 4 times. Okay, so 4 into 4, I'll be getting 16, isn't it? If Vijaya's age is 5, her mother's age is 4 times greater than her. So what? 4 times. If I'm using times, then you have to multiply, isn't it? So 5 into 4. We don't know Vijaya's age, isn't it? So let us assume present age of Vijaya is equals to X. I am not taking the present age of her mother in other variable. Why? Because her mother's age is defined from Vijaya's age, isn't it? Vijaya's age, isn't it? So let me draw a table. Okay, by drawing this table you can understand it very clearly. Okay, so in this what we are doing, just one more time I am reading the question, you can see and what you have to write. Okay, so the question is present age of Vijaya's mother is 4 times mother, present age of Vijaya's mother is 4 times then the present age of Vijaya after 6 years. If presently if my age is 20, then what is my age after 6 years? My age will be 20 plus 6, 26, isn't it? If presently my age is 30, then what is my age after 6 years? I have to plus, isn't it? So 30 plus 6, 36. Presently my age is 30. If I ask you what was my age before 6 years, what was my age before 6 years, then what you will do? Minus. So after you will be adding and before you will be subtracting, isn't it? So before 6 years my age was 24, isn't it? So like that you will be solving that. So here let me tell you 6 years, their sum will be 62, their sum on adding you will be getting 62. Okay, so here what I am doing, I am writing the ages here. So here I am writing the name. First is Vijaya and second is Vijaya's mother. Here we have 2 persons, first is Vijaya and second is Vijaya's mother. Okay, so here I am writing present age. And second thing he had mentioned after 6 years. So age after 6 years. Let me tell you. Okay, what is the present age of Vijaya? Present age of Vijaya we have assumed as X. What is the present age of Vijaya's mother? It is 4 times more than Vijaya, isn't it? So 4 into X. Similarly, what is age after 6 years? Till now only I have said you. If presently my age is 30, what about after 6 years? 30 plus 6, 36, isn't it? So here after 6 years I will be adding, isn't it? So X plus 6. Present age of Vijaya is X. What is the age of Vijaya after 6 years? We will be adding plus 6, isn't it? Now present age of Vijaya's mother is 4X. After 6 years again I will be adding, isn't it? Again I will be adding. So their sum after 6 years, their sum of ages will be 64, isn't it? He had given in the question. So what he had mentioned, after 6 years, okay, see here, he had given after 6 years, the sum of their ages will be 62 years. Hope you all understood. Okay, present age of Vijaya X, present age of her mother is 4 times then the Vijaya, so 4 into X. After 6 years their ages will be adding plus 6, isn't it? X plus 6. Here present age is 4x, 4x plus 6. So after 6 years, if I add this here, after 6 years, the sum of their ages, sum means what we have to do? We have to add. For what? After 6 years, age is mentioned here, isn't it? He had mentioned the age after 6 years. So after 6 years, the sum of their ages will be 62. So this is the thing after 6 years now. What is the age of Vijaya and her mother after 6 years? That one we have to add. And we have got that as 62. So this one we have to solve, isn't it? So after 6 years their ages are x plus 6. Here he used the word sum, so as he used the sum, we have to add. So plus 4x plus 6 is equals to 62. Hope you all understood, isn't it? After 6 years, sum of their ages, whose Vijay and Vijaya's mothers, sum of their ages will be 62. On adding their ages after 6 years, I will be getting answer as 62. Now like terms I have to add 4x plus x, 5x plus 6 plus 6, 12 is equals to 62. Isn't it? 5x plus 12 is equals to 62. 12 is adding here. So I have to use additive inverse. We have to subtract. So here subtract 12 on both sides. So subtracting 12 on both sides, what I will get? So 5x plus 12 minus 12 is equals to 62 minus 12, isn't it? So 5x plus 12 minus 12, 0 is equals to 62 minus 12. So 62 minus 12, 2 minus 2, 0, here 6 minus 5, isn't it? So here I am getting 50. So 5 is multiplying. So what we have to do? You have to use multiplicative inverse. We have to divide it by 5. So divide 5 on both sides, isn't it? So 5x by 5 is equals to 50 divided by 5, isn't it? Now 5 by 5 will become 1. So x is equals to 50 divided by 5. I will be getting 10, isn't it? 10 years. So what he asked? He asked to find the present ages, isn't it? So he asked to find the present ages. So how I will find? So you have got here. See here, what is the present age of Vijaya? X. I have got the age x. So therefore present age of Vijaya equals to what? Present age is x. That value we have got as 10 years, isn't it? And similarly, present age of her mother, what is the present age of her mother? We have taken 4x, 4 times bigger, isn't it? So 4x, that is equals to 4 into what we have got the value of x? 10. So 4 into 10 will be getting 40 years. So this is how we can find the ages of 2 or more than 2 persons by converting it into equation. Okay, so this is how we have calculated their ages. This is very easy, very simple, but you have to remember the procedure. What for what you have to solve this. Okay, so the procedure is very important, isn't it? So hope you all understood. Now coming to next one, we have example number 9, 10. Okay, so you can solve that. Hope you all understood, and try that examples once. On behalf of that, you also start exercise. So doing exercise, in that also you will be having same. Okay, there are 90. See here, example number 9, what he had given the question. What is the question? There are 90 multiple choice questions in the test. So totally there is a test. So there are totally 90 multiple choice, isn't it? 2 marks are awarded for every correct answer. So he is given 2 marks for every correct answer, and 1 mark is deducted for every wrong answer. So if you are writing wrong answer in your schools, most probably in your schools, what they will do, if the answer is correct, they will be giving marks. If the answer is wrong, they won't be giving the marks, or they won't be removing the marks, isn't it? But here in this test you will be having, okay, if you are getting the answer, then only you have to write. Otherwise you no need to write. Why? Because if you are writing correct answer, you will be getting 2 marks. If you are writing wrong answer, the teacher will be deducting, okay, she will be minusing 1 mark. Okay, she will be deducting 1 mark. if Shahana got 60 marks in the test while she answered all the questions, then how many questions did she answered correct? Okay, so hope you all understood this. So here how many total number of questions? So totally we are having 90 multiple choice questions, isn't it? Totally how many questions are there? 90 multiple choice questions. So total questions are, multiple choice questions are 90, isn't it? So how many marks are awarded? 2 marks awarded, isn't it? So we don't know how many correct we have written and how many wrong we have written here. So 2 marks awarded, 2 marks deducted per wrong question is equals to 1, per correct question is equals to 2. Okay, now Shahana got how many marks? Shahana got total is equals to 60 marks. So here I have to, so what is the correct, how many correct questions she have written, we don't know. So let correct number of questions is equals to x. Then what about wrong questions? Correct answers. Correct answer is equals to x. Wrong answers is equals to, let me know how many. Can I write 90 minus x, isn't it? If I have written 10 questions correct, then how many wrong I have written? Totally 90 questions. So 90 minus 10, total number of questions will be 80, isn't it? So correct number of questions are x. Then what about wrong questions? 90 minus x. So like from this you can solve easily. Okay, so total number of marks she got 60. So what is the equation? 2 into x, correct. For correct question we will be getting 2 marks. So 2 into x minus deducting how many? 1 mark. 1 into 90 minus x is equals to 90. You can solve this and you will be getting the correct answer for that. You can solve 2x minus into minus, it will become plus, minus 90 is equals to 90, isn't it? So here you will get 3x plus minus 90 is, we are adding plus 90 on both sides. So here we will be getting 90 plus 90, 180. If I divide, I will be getting 60, isn't it? So she have written 60 correct answers. Like that you need to find. Okay, so you just try this in your home. Otherwise I will be continuing this question in our next class. Okay, so what we have discussed today, we have did some examples, example 7, example 8. Okay, based upon this you will be having few more questions in your exercise. Okay, so in our next class will be maximum, most probably we will be starting our exercise. Okay, so then thank you.